we note the outcome of the vote of no confidence. So the EXCO has decided to graciously step down and wish Aware all the best in all their endeavours. We hope Aware will return to its original roots in accordance with its constitution and continue to contribute to the advancement of women in the political, economic, and social fields, so that we would all one day have about 30 to 35% representation of women at all levels of these fields of activities in accordance with CEDAW. That's all I will say. And there's a president's statement
that's been given out to you.
A speech that was given out. That's it.
Are you going to continue to be active members of Aware?
Where we can contribute, we will.
You're
Because I
staying
think,
you're not
Yes.
resigning as
well, I think in Aware you don't resign as
Yeah, you don't resign as members. Either you let your membership lapse. Yeah.
You tend to volunteer.
Sure, where we can contribute, we will.
Any specific details on this?
I mean, we all came in with specific areas that we thought we could contribute. Like for myself, I've made it very public that's in the area of marketing, publicity. So if that's the area that the new EXCO feels that they need help, sure, call on any of us in our areas of interest. Yeah, and where we can contribute, we will surely, because I think the original objectives of our coming in has not changed.
As you pointed out, you don't have to step down, and yet you decided to step down. Can you tell us why you decided to do that?
Well, I think the members have spoken. So we want to respect members' comments and feedback.
Have you considered establishing, organizing a women's group, a different women's group that better reflects your values?
Is that necessary? Because I think Aware has got very noble objectives, and if the EXCO goes back to the roots, to its roots, its original constitution of helping advancement of women in all levels, all fields, regardless of race, religion, beliefs, whatever, then I think that's good enough.
What makes you think they will do that, though?
That's why I said I hope all the best in their endeavours.
So the
Yes.
suggestion is that they have strayed away from their original objective. Can you explain that?
Sorry?
Your implication from what you're saying is that that the old EXCO had strayed away from the original objective of the organization. In what way? Can you explain?
I think I've said enough of that already in the press and previous statements. I think I will not repeat all those things that I've said before. If you refer back to the press statements that we made, I think it's all there. Yeah.
By voting for the no confidence motion, it seems that the members are actually for the ideology of what the old EXCO believe in. Will you and your team maybe look at setting up a separate organization to champion your ideals and what you stand for?
Well, we must be given a chance to see what we want to do. First of all, you must remember all these EXCO members didn't know each other, except for a couple of them are more acquaintance. So it's not like a group of people had the same ideology and over coffee and tea talk about it and then say, let's go and hijack it and then do it. And if not, let's move on and hijack another or start another. That's not how it originated. So I think you must give us time.
Are you surprised at the vote, the overwhelming vote against for the motion?
Okay. First, I'd like to put it categorically that when we first at the AGM were aware, there were only about 300 members, and since then it has rose to about 3,000 members. When the letter first came, the requisition for EGM, of the 160 signatures, only 5 were people who attended the EGM. Yeah, and actually 120 signatures were new signatures. And so my point is, obviously a lot of people has joined AWARE since then. These are people who were not from the original AWARE, and they have since joined to form a larger group of AWARE. Now, whether this big group of AWARE, their beliefs, I think from today's discussion, you can see it is quite a reflection. What they have said is a reflection of their beliefs. Now, whether this group of people would represent AWARE in the future, I think that would be something that all people would be interested to see.
You know, this conflict reflected that within Singapore there are groups with differing values, differing visions about how certain things should be taught, which should be celebrated or appreciated. Do you feel that conservative, Christian, or however you'd like to call it, your own values, that those values are well represented within the PAP?
I think Singapore is largely, by and large, still a very conservative society. Okay, we are progressive. We have moved ahead in many areas. But I think when it comes to values, we are still a conservative society, by and large. I think by the very fact that the membership at AWARE had dropped significantly over the years, and to the lowest last year at 253, shows that it has only been serving a much smaller group of people rather than the society at large. So my feel is more could be done to reach out to women on the street, women in all walks of society. Currently, if you ask people, I mean, there was a poll that said that 70% of the people don't know what AWARE is all about. Why? It shouldn't be that way. It should reach out to a majority of the women in Singapore, and the women association where women know that they can go to when they have problems. But currently, the poll has showed that not many people even know what AWARE is all about. So that's my take on how, about Singapore as a society, how conservative, and whether it's represented in PAP.
Right.
I think by and large the Singapore government is also mainstream. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but they are quite conservative in nature. I think so. You want to add any?
Except that we can't speak for the PAP.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the PAP, but from what I see, it seems like it's, they take the concerns of the people in large,
right.
Majority, the views into consideration for policy making.
The reason I ask is because the PAP is so influential in Singapore society.
Yes.
That and they've always strived to sort of be everything to everyone, respect, and rather than have factions,
tolerance,
and different parties fighting each other that represent small groups. However, as this situation has shown, not all Singaporeans think alike or have the same values, and therefore, what I'm trying to get at is: do you feel that you have a voice within the PAP that they accurately represent you, or do you feel that that they're moving in a direction that you feel that you're not comfortable with?
I think
May I suggest? Are you asking as a personal?
If I may say,
It's as an individual.
in the case of AWARE, it's actually an association of women for action and research. It is an advocacy organization. Strictly speaking, a change in leadership should be an internal matter, confined very much to the association itself. Unfortunately, the matter has, at least in my view, seems to have been blown out of proportions.